You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, hey. Voices come. Hi yeah, hey. Credibility, now we ability news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. You count on me, you count on me anyhow. Give you the news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. Follow me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. You count on me, you count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the view, the tell you want some. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. You call on me, count on me anyhow. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, hey. Voices come. Hi yeah, hey. Credibility, now we ability news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. You count on me, you count on me anyhow. Give you the news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. Follow me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. can count on me, you can count on me anyhow. You could hear the news, give you the tell you one time. Government issues, them.
Alright, good morning. It's good to end the week with smiles, laughter, and of course, that's so they welcome us to the very last edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty TV. And we when they bring this edition come to you this Friday morning. My name is Khadija Bangura.
And me na Mabel Kaba. Good morning. It's Friday and these are the last edition of the Breakfast Show for this week. Inside this edition of the show today, if you don't see the flyer, you gonna say we look at the Salem Bar Association. Then don't forget the AGM on the 31st and 1st of August. We want to know how far the preparations don't go. Waiting they don't do, and waiting to qualify members them of the bar association for let them take part in the election. So go for happen at the annual general meeting. All of that we go get inside the conversation we can get this morning. But the Salem Bar Association, the AGM. Also, at this edition of the program, if you follow the news yesterday, the leader of government business and parliament, Honorable Matthew Numa, be move a motion also be ask parliament for support the decision of government for discontinue former president Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma in criminal proceedings na court. And also inside that motion the way it be moved, it be also ask for let them get a government private members bill we go support and safeguard the welfare of past presidents and vice presidents them. I also ask inside that same motion they for let support be provided for ex-servicemen and women them we been lost their life on the 26th of November 2026. We go for look at that because we see Honorable Abdul Kagbo when the leader of the opposition been support that particular motion there. So go for can talk to them waiting this whole motion they about and waiting they really want to achieve for that motion the way they move yesterday in a parliament. These are the issues we discuss at this Friday edition of the Breakfast Show.
Alright, these and plenty other issues them then at the Breakfast Show for you. Yourself for the watch we send we your comments, your thoughts na any of the platform them where you watch we this morning. As we all know, the Sierra Leone Bar Association they set now for go get the annual general meeting. Usai then go also elect a new executive. We don't see two people that don't come out, don't express interest for the position of president and other position them na the bar executive. How this AGM get for go like waiting at the process them where they lead to the election and how both camps them don't prepare then campaign messages waiting get for day inside the message them for strengthening the welfare of lawyers them. All of that we go discuss inside this edition of the Breakfast Show. Well, if I can talk more about the annual general meeting and the elections we also get for camp, we get two people between at the studio. We get the interim public relations officer for the Sierra Leone Bar Association, Alfred Commander Esquire, where they with we at the studio. Well, now the executive, they conduct the AGM, and also now they for conduct the elections. We mean say most of the preparation. Now then they do and you can take we through some of the preparations them where they happen now, so that they go able to forget a free, fair, and transparent elections. Good morning, Alfred, and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Good morning, Khadija and Mabel. Good morning to the people of Sierra Leone.
And also we get a lady with me at the studio where they aspire for the same position where Alfred hold, where instead they run for be the new public relations officer for the Sierra Leone Bar Association. We get with me at the studio a lady lawyer where na Ebun Tembe. Good morning, Ebun.
Good morning, Khadija. Good morning, Mabel, and good morning, the people of Sierra Leone. And thank you for hosting me on our program this morning.
All right, now with two studio guests, and then they will get this morning. They can look inside the build-up to the Sierra Leone Bar Association, the annual general meeting. First, we'll get for no waiting this meeting, get for debates. Before we talk about elections, I don't say everybody want to know about elections, because any association or organization get your little politics where then they play at the side. Like we self now the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, we self get we own politics, so we get them there for annual general meeting. Also how they go elect a new executive where they run the affairs of the association. But this time now the Sierra Leone Bar Association, I know say I don't hear so many stories build up to the annual general meeting, doubts and so many concerns. We don't see letters, press statements from both camps. All of that we'll go discuss inside this edition of the Breakfast Show this morning.
All right. Well, before we start that conversation, let me just start na parliament. Usai ateluna earlier. Yesterday, the leader of government business at parliament, Honorable Sir Martin Numa, be move a motion. Let me just go quickly and watch the video of the motion where he move. We've been seconded by Honorable Abdul Kagbo. Immediately after the video, we they go on the phone and talk to Honorable Abdul Kagbo for break down this motion where they move na parliament yesterday. Let me get the video and we can talk to Honorable Abdul Kagbo.
That this Honorable House commends the government of the Republic of Sierra Leone for the discontinuance of charges against former President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma in furtherance of the government's commitment to national cohesion and reconciliation. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I rise to move this honorable House to resolve to commend the government of the Republic of Sierra Leone for the discontinuance of the charges against His Excellency Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, former President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Whereas peace, security, national cohesion, and reconciliation remain the bedrock upon which sustainable democracy and national development are built. And whereas Sierra Leone has earned international recognition for resolving political differences through dialogue, constitutionalism, and democratic institutions rather than confrontation. And whereas former heads of state remain important national assets whose experiences, influence, and statesmanship could be harnessed towards national building, nation building, and democratic stability. And whereas His Excellency, the President, Dr. Julius Malabiu, thank you. There you go by the previous one. And whereas former heads of state remain important national assets whose experiences, influence, and statesmanship could be harnessed towards nation building and democratic stability. And whereas His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Wonimada Biu has, through his leadership on the African continent and international, and distinguished himself. The African continent and internationally distinguished himself as a respectable statesman and currently enjoys significant diplomatic standing, hereby projecting Sierra Leone as a nation committed to democratic governance, peace, and international cooperation. And whereas, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the government of Sierra Leone has, through the Office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, published a discontinuance of charges against former President Ernest Bai Koroma. Mr. Speaker, I have made my preamble. And now, therefore, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, that this honorable House be it resolved that this honorable House promulgates, a government of private members bill into law to safeguard the welfare of former heads of state, of former president and vice president. One again, this honorable House promulgates a government of private members bill into law to safeguard the welfare of former presidents and vice presidents. Two, that this honorable House urges government to support the families of those servicemen, and women who were impaired or lost their lives during the tragic incident of 26 November 2023 and sacrificed to uphold the national security of the state. I will go over that one again for the records. Mr. Speaker, with your leave. That this honorable House urges government to support the families of those servicemen and women who were impaired or lost their lives during the tragic incident of 26 November 2023 and sacrificed to uphold the national security of the state. Number three, that the Clerk of Parliament drafts a resolution in this regard, approved by this House, and the same to be served on His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. The third one, again, that the Clerk of Parliament drafts a resolution in this regard, approved by this House, and the same be served on His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I therefore humbly move that this honorable House adopt this motion in the supreme interest of national cohesion, peace, security, reconciliation, and consolidating of our democracy. And that we have taken time to draft this motion in the interest of national cohesion and peace, as I've stated. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Motion, I have read. I move that this House adopt my motion. Thank you.
Right, welcome back. Well, that's not the motion we Honorable Sir Matthew Numa be moved na Parliament yesterday. We see Honorable Abdul Kabo, when the minority leader, be second that motion day. We're going to phone now for talk to Honorable Abdul Kabo regarding this particular motion where they moved yesterday in Parliament. Good morning, Honorable, and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Good morning, Mabel. Good morning, Liberty. Good morning, Sierra Leoneans.
We just don't watch the motion where Honorable Numa be moved yesterday in Parliament regarding the denouncements and discontinuation of former President and criminal proceedings na courts, as we see the office of the Attorney General been do that this week. And inside the motion where Honorable Numa be moved yesterday, where you second on a back be encourage Parliament for support this motion and ask for certain things be done, where among them na a law day we go protect ex-presidents and vice presidents them, for less support for ex-servicemen and women who be lost their life during the November 26, 2023 attempted coup, and family members them and other things them we wanna ask for another motion yesterday. Just tell the viewers them waiting in form on a decision for good move a motion at Parliament.
Well, of course, anybody we don't serve this nation don't sacrifice for this nation. Even the current government or the current ministers, we find out since and they left them home, the family, then travel out for go ensure say they seek the welfare of this nation. So enough fine for let somebody don't serve a nation, don't go all this while, and at the end of the day, they not be treated with that kind of respect the way it deserve. So we, as Parliament, she don't say no. Lord, we protect the dignity and respect of all former presidents and former vice presidents, so that they will get the prerequisite entitlement we the constitution or the laws alone accord them. For example, maybe in Nigeria about 2 to 3 weeks ago, when the former vice president went not to imparted that power now come a land where the presidential lodge is shake because of the respect with the accorder. We see say even in Nigeria, former president they all get occasions them when they go meet national occasions, then get book launch them of former president where they all they go meet and discuss, they make fun. A nation no go before if the leaders, the former leaders, they're not together. At least they all get experience with them don't use for rule this nation. So if they continue for day together, then the nation will go before. So we say now we promulgate a law so that now you get for be private members bill we will safeguard the welfare of former president and former vice president, so that you go know say when you hand over power, you will be treated with that kind of respect, so that nobody no go come with any form of disrespect to former president, to former vice president. Nobody, all in fact, the intention of the law now for make sure say we clearly stipulate benefits them, and all of them benefits them for be accorded to them, and we not only stop there. We say also Parliament, they call upon government of Sierra Leone for let the government establish a compensation scheme, comprehensive compensation scheme and welfare and support program for the families of all the members of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces and the Sierra Leone Police and other public officers them will be wounded or either lost their life during the November 26 incident, for ensure say we recognize the encourage and patriotism and sacrifice. And we go further for say Parliament for call on all political parties, all religious body, civil society organizations, traditional authorities, and citizens for continue for support the initiative of promoting reconciliation, peaceful coexistence, and national cohesion. Because when you look, Then there's the article for look the Rebel War. In the Rebel War, then just they can't cut hand. The atrocities the way happen as alone, let it not happen again. We see always happen. And the peace and national security of this nation lies in the hand of we, the politicians. So we not for allow for slide. We for ensure say we protect them with every seriousness. So that in that bid for creating national cohesion, and national stability, make sure say we in a parliament take the lead. And we not only take the lead now, we in a parliament take the initiative. We meet with His Excellency the President, Julius Madabio and our, for the openness and the kind of sincerity, the kind level of sincerity we issue. After we meet with them, we also meet with the former president, Dr. Anes Baikoma, na Abuja. We get an extensive meeting with them. Instead, I want to commend them the kind of openness and the kind of, willingness we issue. And at the end of the day, after we meet with them too, it was clear that both of them want salon for before and they want salon for be reconciled.
Honorable.
Yes.
Is it because of the experience with former President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma don't go through since he come out in governance? Maybe because of that, I don't want a repetition make una feel say it's the right time for una get a law pass we go protect the past president and vice presidents them?
Well, I'm not saying that because of that. Because even Dr. Anes Baikoma for be a beneficiary of this law with the pass, because he's a former president. So all former presidents, regardless of them political parties, one thing we believe it's a former president, whether a person or a cause or a nation they face a reproach. You see, so we want to protect the sanctity of the office, and we want to ensure, say, former president they add the expertise, because anybody will don't be former president, who's the not for knock, who's for open for let developments kind of your country. So we want to give them that kind status there. We want to see all state function where we they get. Let former president they attend them. We want to see big occasions. Let former president they go there. We want to see outside the current president and former president they also they go to the village of the current president, and they also they go to the village of the former president. We want to see national cohesion. People go suffer if peace not there. People go punish if peace not there. So we of the affairs, we get the obligation for create the conducive atmosphere. So not only because of waiting the former president don't go through. Now for ensure say never again in history, no other president not be treated this kind of way, and now we get a document where they protect them.
Honorable, you said go agree say since after the 2023 elections, a lot still happened between una the opposition and that of the ruling party, especially for una na parliament. People don't see una don't go through tensions, una don't go through loggerheads, una don't come out na parliament. Why all then day this thing where you talk about say una want for see? Why all then day una not realize say if peace not there between una the politician them, the people go suffer. This drastic pattern of reconciliation, what in come time?
Appointed time for anything. God save self. Not to one say they bless you. Sometimes and you go through circumstances there. You see Joseph will become a king. But Joseph then to where and force Selah, me gonna prison. There is appointed time for anything. And we feel say this not the appointed way God creates. And because now the appointed time, everybody accepts and seamlessly. Because now the appointed time, in office any stumbling block. Because now the appointed time, we see the political will happen. To me, there is never a time where you go say it don't lead follow we reconcile. There is never a time where you go say it don't lead follow we come together as a nation. To me, I feel say this now the appointed time, and we take advantage of this appointed time and make good use of them, so that waiting don't happen, it not go happen again in the history of country.
This new wave of reconciliation, how una certain say it go stand the test of time? Because people don't see una sign agreement for national unity. At a certain point, una back out, una say government no they use good faith for implement some of the things them we una agree on. Now una don't get emotion. For you, una want for push peace and national cohesion among una supporter them. You sure say this motion and all this reconciliation moves where both parties they make, it go stand the test of time?
Well, first thing, the fear of you not succeeding or achieving, not for making, not for pursuing it incorrect. Enough for say, well, because since if I graduate, I know the girl will plan or go read law because law difficult for it. Plan or go read engineering because engineering difficult for it. You know, they say land or go for peace and national cohesion because at the fear say something it not go work. You know, I believe say we all get responsibility. In fact, when you watch the composition of government, both opposition and ruling government, the young people them plenty there, and for a reason. We get for live long for say we and work. We get for live long, we get for all we see we and work. So whatsoever we do now, we get for hunt with the future. So now that make the pledge, you know, we support, we pledge everything for make sure say we reconcile. Salon a very small country, you know, very, very small country. So if we not come together now, and we fear say, well, if we come together and we'll go divide back, we'll go this, we'll all come together and learn all that thing happen. But I believe say we for take the bold step for unite this country. We for take the bold step, let nobody not suffer because of the region they come out. Let nobody not suffer because of the tribe we they talk. Let nobody not be discriminated against because of the political party we choose for support. Everybody get right for support the party we in choice. I talk and say we don't lose a good number of professionals because of party affinity. People then go and say, hey, this no, not be vote for we, law sack him. Even when he is good in his job, then go sack and then find somebody we not sabi pumpe, then put on there because he been dance with political party, because he been sing with political party. Then they also they affect the productivity of a nation. So we don't say now let nobody not for God say, well, this law be united, law will come together. Let each generation be known for something. Say no, now this generation now unites this country. Now we put this country together. So that now one of the things that we really work towards very, very frantically.
All right, many thanks, Minority Leader, where you talked to we this morning and confirm the motion on don't move for ensure say ona protect ex-president them and save that of the vice president. That'd be a pleasure for talk to you this morning, Honorable Abdul. All right, that's now the leader of the opposition at Parliament, Honorable Abdul Kago. They just confirm some of the things them that emotion yesterday, where the leader of government business, Honorable Matthew Numa, being put in Parliament, and Honorable Abdul Kago being second this motion. Well, as you don't hear from them, then things say this is a moment of reconciliation. This is a time where therefore put the differences aside and work together for develop the country. Just hope say this new romance, if I can call it, between the opposition and that of government go last, because like I asked Honorable Abukago, they are pointers. Then they way international moral guarantor, they don't come, they don't spend days not being to money. At some point the APC bounce and say they don't mix again because good faith not there. You know, it's funny how they make they learn new English there.
We keep learning every day.
Yes, we continue the breakfast show. They move to the next segment now so they can talk to the lawyers them as then they prepare for the annual general meeting. Usai, then they go get elections as well for elect a new executive.
All right, so let's start the conversation with the I'll call you incumbent. He's running again for public relations officer. Now the Sierra Leone Bar Association. We all don't follow the news. We don't see the back and forth where the two camps and on dip and so far. And we want for can know the latest. We not say not too far again, just the 31st and the 1st of August. Then don't forget the AGM. Finally, and that AGM, the elections get for happen there. No small election, the even classroom election. We know the experience with it. They talk less of learned colleagues, them the contests. We go for can get updates on the elections. But let me just start first. In terms of preparations, Alfred Commander, let we know who stage Unadina because now una go for conduct the elections. We make plenty people are jittery about how prepared is the team for ensure everything happens smooth despite the challenges them we don't they happen here and there. What stage you not upon the preparations ahead of the AGM?
Yes, of course, as an incumbent, basically, we wear two caps in this process. One at the contest against my sister and my colleague. Two, I therefore also the part of the decision making for actually put together the rules and regulations we get for bind we in that elections. So the standard is very high for we, and we get for try for maintain a level playing ground for all the people. So firstly, in terms of the AGM, this is an opportunity for we go as lawyers and we go discuss the things them we done the affect we over the years, especially after Kenima, because after Kenima we have been bruised, we get wounds, we get division we the public self know about, and we see the need say, well, maybe this is an opportunity for logo discuss about how we they put this behind we, and then we talk about a new Sierra Leone Bar Association where they speak to one voice. We fully committed to the ideals of democracy, the rule of law. So, firstly, it's gonna be a 2 days program, not 2-day program. So, on the first day, we get different speakers. Then, of course, we don't extend an invitation to the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone or in representative for their in attendance. The Attorney General, Minister of Justice for the day or in representative, and then the Chief Justice. Then we get different speakers. Of course, we also don't decide for extend as always invitation to sister institutions like SLAG, the media, and other notable organizations. So we also get for day in different groups. We get for get different topics there. But before I go, the theme for this year is trade, finance, and law. The legal profession's role in facilitating global economic integration. So my sister Yana, a trade expert, and instead get for the day, and we all get for contribute towards this particular discussion. And we also get different rooms them who say different conversation they go on. If you get interest in a certain panel discussion, you go choose for the another panel day. For example, we get a certain panel they deal with investment law and dispute settlements, navigating the new landscape. We forget that day at the main hall. Then we get conference room 1. We forget banking, finance, secured lending, and access to credit. Then the afternoon session we get another panel, law and technology, digitalization, fintech, and the legal profession. Where my sister don't afraid all this while they afraid digital advances na the bar. Then panel D get forget law and gender, implementing the Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment GIWI Act. So we get forget all of this. And then after day 1, we get forget a networking cocktail by 8:30. Where we meet, we all discuss and see how we move forward. Then the next day, we go actually get we own session now. We own session wherein the Secretary General therefore presents in reports where they cover from 2025 to 2026. Then the Treasurer therefore presents an audited financial statements where they cover from 2025 to 2026. Then, of course, elections therefore we therefore get resolutions from members and all of that, and a number of other issues.
All right, it's good you take me through the program of the AGM, but it could be fair since you there so as the public relations officer for the Tuma Jabi led executive. Then we go back. Usa wanna meet the association 2 years time. Waiting at some of the things they wanna go tell our colleague then say. Now this we executive do, because one thing we everybody they member on an executive for now the Kenima incidents, just like how you said they allude earlier say they left a scar that the association. After Kenima incident, the bad divide. You see the emergence of the Lawyer Society and that kind divide association. I was able for 1 and for 2 years.
I must tell you, say it was quite difficult running it, especially when you know get everybody on board, and the issue of trust being there, like distrust, just like we did talk about good faith and bad faith. So if you know you did try for call your own brothers and sisters on board, and we understand that they were bitter and things like that. Not everything na Kenima go on right, especially some people and they were being paid them dues, then count sleeps, and the name not in the list, and a number of other issues. However, after we come out Kenima, we decide say, let we try for see if we're able for get we brothers on the other end for me then join we. We get meetings now the Attorney General in office. We also get meeting with the former acting Chief Justice. Follow we see how we go actually get the two people together, the two parties together, but it was very difficult. It was quite something where the Augustimara faction not been ready for at that stage, because to them, waiting them in once, now that we for step aside completely, we go back to the pools, but we said no, even though owner actually aggrieved, but there is no order from the courts in respect of with how this election happened. So even in on a anger, on a frustration and things like that, you did not challenge the outcome of the elections. Na courts, what you supposed to do, you not do than this. So it only means say you are satisfied with the process as far as the law concerned. So let we forget about that and let we think about how maybe, for example, we're able to incorporate Una into different committees, and then we all work now and see say we're able to address the wrongs of Kenima. But since we're able to get that for work, we decide say we still continue for engage. However, one of the things that we don't do now for address the Kenima issue, that the introduction of the e-registration. We want to ensure say going into this election this time around.
About the e-registration, but
yeah, but it's time for ask about what we
of
don't do.
Executive,
yeah,
because
one of it.
One thing where you ask anybody out there what they member this executive for, that the many issues, and on a critique them believe say because there are many issues they will not do Kenima rights, we are not able to do anything.
Kenima rights. So it's unfair.
For all accountable for Kenima.
Thank you. It would be so unfair on we parts. For example, I left Freetown as an ordinary member of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. I've never served the Sierra Leone Bar Association at that stage. I not be even know how the organs and they operate, how directors and they operate, how elections, waiting this they happen, that they happen. No. I go to the hall as a fully paid up member, we put himself up for votes and be voted for. Now, if then go conduct an election, then it come out bad. So who that then conducts the elections now the last directors. And one of them directors and then be Martina Bendu Ipenda.
This is the contest.
Yes. And she played a key role when it comes to bar association elections. The treasurer gets a key role with the play. The treasurer and the secretary, the general secretary, then gets very key role in the play, especially the treasurer, because you basically when they don't go pay a bank, they don't come, you get the SLBA receipts issued to members. Now you get for try for reconcile the slips with the bank for actually knows the people make these payments in a bank and things like that. Then the next thing is you put together a list of people that will qualify for votes and be voted for in that elections. So that list we they put together. Now you they supply to the Secretary General, and then the Secretary General they publish your list. So in this case, if there was any issue in that election as to, oh, I pay, my name not there, this not happen, that's not happen. And since that period, right inside the hall, Martina was there, people been they complain, she did not act as a leader. Say we come out Kenya, we come, Augustine Mara, Claude Bami Davis, and all other people come, they go on radio, go television, go this side. Martina was silent.
Why not now the Tuma Jabi they blame Martina?
No, you ask me who that
yeah, because some of them things are not be ever come up in the conversation.
We don't need for bring
this is
them
election
up in the conversation. Not so that
if they ask you now for get account of 2 years of an executive, you are shifting the blame now to an opponent.
So you don't see, you ask me just now, I begin to say you waiting at the things that we don't do.
Yeah.
You say no law commode, law cancel. I begin to you say firstly, one of the things that we don't do for puts behind Kenema, now for introduce e-registration. You say no left arm. And that's one thing. No. But that is one thing we don't do.
Let the people know what you are able to do in 2 years.
One, the introduction of the e-registration. Now with the e-registration, what's it mean? Now that you don't get registered beforehand, we don't able to publish a voters list beforehand.
This e-registration, now we can open a AGM elections.
Is it not part of our success?
Yes. About my successes. But the question I ask you, how are you able for an executive where divide the bar, other association form, and Yusuf allude earlier say, can it be left a scar now in an association?
Okay.
So you will explain the cause we make una take over an executive where the bar divide.
So now for address Kenima, we don't introduce e-registration. And this while the kind of this program, I get an opportunity for educate we members and the public. So one of we success stories we don't use for manage this whole executive one, we don't introduce e-registration. With the e-registration now, we be able to address the Kenima issue. We are in, when you come, we register you, then right there you receive an email or an SMS where they should say you are registered for participate in the next AGM. Also, in all of these difficulties, we don't able for actually put together a private pension scheme for we lawyers within private practice, so that then we're able for they part of the NACID's pension scheme. We also engage in education, like professional legal education for we members. We very key as an association, because one of the things that they do as this company, we get for seek the welfare of we members. So we've been actually able to get a training program organized by the Bar Association, and we bring in the best of legal minds, the former acting Chief Justice, Justice Brown Mark was there, Justice Alusain Sise Bindede, and we able for go into the new Criminal Procedure Act. We provide training and we even make available the new CPA. Then we also organize, during this same period, we organize social events. We've been getting a football gala wherein we invite sister organizations like the engineers, the doctors, the judiciary of Sierra Leone, and a number of others. And in that gala day, the Sierra Leone Bar Association and we end up winning a trophy. We also organize a program, a beach for we members. And during this particular time, even though we still get this division, but we get members them in all of these programs. We get members from the Lawyers Society, for example, we been say they don't suspend the membership. They attended the programs when it comes to the football gala. Some also attend the beach program. So it has not all been terribly bad. In fact, we don't able for keep the bar together. We don't able for maintain relationship with sister organizations around the world. For example, the Nigerian Bar Association, Bingo represents Sierra Leone, Kenya, with the Kenyan Law Society. We also been in Ghana. So we don't get even international connection. For example, the treasurer of the Sierra Leone Bar Association currently now also the treasurer for the West African Bar Association. And we also been able for lobby, we able for engage governments or make them provide scholarship for some of we members, and we succeed in that area. Then with the M&A, we've been very key, the M&A very key. We decide say, Lord, we set up a committee where they look into this M&A, for Lord, we actually review them and then get something new and progressive. However, after we don't put the committee together, we decide say, it not gonna make too much sense if we go review this very important document and we get a huge number of we members we know they part of this process. For example, members we don't choose to then go they part of the Lawyers Society, but we are members, then still are members of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. But because now they put this together, then will likely not come on board. So if they not come on board, participation not go there. And if participation not there, you know they able get the results where you want. Because you know I'm put together a document and then say they assume say then come. Whether now we dey now as members of the executive or another executive, waiting and go say, no, we not been the part of the people and we put together this reviewed M&A.
Success stories that also.
We also
For 2 years on the bar.
I'm not saying we success then done so. We also try for put together funds, follow able construct we secretariats, and thank God we able raise some funds and that's available in the accounts. Then we also able for secure government support. So now we get subvention just like Sludge. We receive subvention just like Sludge, and that's one also very helpful. Follow we able like for undertake a number of we projects them, because for example, we're not an elective year. It's not an elective AGM. People like Ebon and Martina and the entire team where they come up under Martina for positions. Now the next executive did not pay. So if even we be to go by this same M&A, for example, they are not qualified, because Article 32 they say only fully paid up members of the association are eligible to contest or vote in elections for the executive. So they only paid for 2026 and decided not to pay for 2025. Even will tell you say now because me not been there, I've been there in New York, now I cannot pay, but I don't mean that. You can still there New York, you still there Australia, you still there. Yes, that's what we are saying. However, we say now we just come Kenima with this kind situation. If we go, we don't watch, And all of them with the contest not qualify. Then we go another hall there and decide, say, we go strictly by the M&As that now only fully paid up members. It go create chaos. Because it go only mean, say, back, now we no more they go back on a post. So we decide, say, no, we want to ensure, say, this election's free, fair, and credible. We want to ensure, say, there's participation from every corner, everybody we don't pay for this year. Even though they are not fully paid up member, let them participate in the process. So we don't extend kindness to them so that them back will participate in this process. Because we want to see a united bar, we want to see peace, we want to see progress, and we want may we go and go contest. If this woman, the people say, the membership say, it deserve for the Namion position, I will give her the full support with the elector and will give the executive the full stop.
Electors then. Looking back these 2 years of the executive as a member of the Bar Association, you proud how they run on an executive?
Thank you very much for that question, there, Khadija. I did at the studio this morning and I did listen to my colleague Amanda. They articulate the issues. And I realized, say, Commander, like a lot of lawyers who have been trained in Sierra Leone, he's actually a good speaker. You know, I go get him flowers. And I think, say, the bar, but don't really appreciate fully, Commander puts this in talent to use. Unfortunately, we dey wait till this time for the yeri from Commander, the way how it express himself, so they explain issues. So I think it's been a disservice that Commander don't deprive the bar of this kind of talent where he gets to express himself. You know, in 2 years, if Commander be don't do what he do this morning, I mean, we not go there as an executive or as an association, you know. I think it's a missed opportunity because for some people, leadership now something we they find for be almost an entitlement. They know they see like an opportunity for serve and give of themselves until maybe they feel threatened or they feel like say they get for can safeguard this position we then get. But that is why we have democracy. It's a beautiful system where you are given the chance, you know, deliver, you know, perform well, then someone else has to come and take up that role. Because you see, it's not so by what you get inside, not so by your talent, and by your output, by your productivity, which you get for sure. And it's unfortunate to say in 2 years, Commander and the rest of the team, they're not able to perform to that level there. Now, it don't take in time this morning and it don't make a lot of statements then. If somebody they listen no more and not listen closely, you will almost be convinced, right? This man is a lawyer. He's learned. So it's about for talk something where you go almost one believe, but when you pay careful attention, I just want to point out a few things where not consistent with the truth. Commander starts off by saying right now he wears 2 hats. One as an aspirant and one as somebody with the in conduct of the elections. That is not true. Yes, he's aspiring for the role, but the conduct of the election, the rules and the regulations, not to Commander the set them, not to Tuma the set them, not to the executive the set them. The M&A don't make clear provisions for them. In fact, after they don't perform their final duty, they don't give reports. This now long-awaited reports because in 2 years, they don't ever give reports to the membership. They don't give quarterly reports. They don't give monthly reports. Even the statutory, I mean, this now what's in the law say, the annual report where they for don't can give in an annual general meeting, they not give you. So I hope say when we get there on the 1st, then go give this 2-year report compressed as one.
Ebon, are you saying the Tuma-led executive not be they do things right?
Oh, Khadija, not only am I saying it, the entity, the National Investment Board, when I responsible for regulate all companies, because the Bar Association is established as a company limited by guarantee. Even NIB can attest to it, because when you default as a company, then they fine you. And unfortunately, these resources with the Bar Association together, instead of they use them for further the objects of the association, they don't take them for go pay fine because they don't do the right thing.
So are you surprised lawyer them they get issues with compliance?
I could say I'm disappointed because like what they go say ought to know better. If there's one set of people who are able to uphold the law, it should be lawyers. But some carpenter, they say na host they get broke chair. Just going back to this issue about them making rules, that is not true. After they don't give the report that day, we are going to clap for them. At least let them not shame. We'll clap for them, and then go bow out. They declare all the positions vacant. They are no longer executive members. And then amongst we as a membership, we appoint a returning officer. It is that returning officer that conducts the elections. When it comes for make rules and regulations, the same Emmanuel commander they read from Naya today, we don't pass and quote all over the place. It say the executive can propose rules, and then at the next AGM, then the membership can amend or adopt. So what they don't count this idea say, one count e-registration. Now the next AGM we for don't accept Sunday. So Commander Sidoya this morning, they talk about how Martina did this, Martina did that. Now, if they were so well-meaning about Kenema, after Kenema, there was an opportunity to have an annual general meeting last year, the year where Commander the person talk say we not pay for. If they had convened a meeting, wherein they go propose this e-registration, the membership would have had the opportunity for accept or amend them. Interestingly, even though they have had 2 years to do this, then call an AGM that was initially scheduled for the 5th and 6th of June. In that AGM, there was no provision for e-registration. In that AGM, they not be don't think about what's happening at Kenema. In fact, we were supposed to do it in Nunge. But when they see the interest, then see the tension, and they say, no. We must find way for see how we will adjust this, but we'll come to that. During that period, they put out a notice, they suspend the AGM altogether, and then give the excuse say they get logistical and other challenges outside of their control. When they think of logistical, I go think say, okay, that hall na Lunge is small. Una not able to make arrangements for buses, for let people then go, for get transport or easy access to the place. Logistical. Something outside of your control. Maybe you will say, I know you go even imagine because then the rain not be don't see don't find safe. Now the rain don't turns per way. And they add para notice say during that time the treasurer go get the opportunity for verified payments and reconcile with the bank for final determination of eligibility in respect of fully paid up members. So then self be don't accept say for let them confirm your eligibility. Now the treasurer they confirm with the bank. All of a sudden, 3 weeks, the notice for e-registration, it came after the postponement of the AGM. It came on the 6th of July. for say come for can do e-registration. By law we call and say that they don't come after the fact. How are you creating a whole new system? You work out DSTI. But how DSTI connect? Where's large owner do na own e-registration na DSTI? How DSTI connects now, all of a sudden, you come up with this elaborate system. Now, if Commander, with all in talent, we don't take in time as the PRO, because of your responsibility for talk to your membership. If before this e-registration, Commander don't come on here, he don't explain, he don't take questions, he don't answer questions, he don't provide clarity. Need no go there for like can do Commander and work for him. If this executive then be so serious about what happened in Kenema, as Kenema done so, and then they set up committee for look into Kenema, for see how we can make it better. But instead, they relax, they don't win ball, they call themselves beneficiaries of the Kenema election. And they wait until the last minute to start pointing fingers at Martina because Martina come up for elections. What about the secretary? The secretary. Martina give list to secretary publish this same so-called secretary that way they come up as vice president. You know they throw stones with in a glass house.
For you, the Tuma-led executive not perform the functions inside this 2 year where they don't lead the bar association. Who side them miss them?
A big question, and I wish we get more time for discuss this. I will start first from the so-called gains where they say they make. I try so hard not for laugh, but it is laughable. You know, there is this tendency for the Tuma administration then catch my people in fame. Even yesterday, they were in parliament. I see picture. They say the Sierra Leone Bar Association joins the Attorney General for lay the Legal Practitioners Act. But for those who were in parliament and you want to follow online, the AG begin in acknowledgement. He acknowledged the one that we actually contribute to the process. Unfortunately, the Bar Association was not named. Tuma Jabi was not named. So for like create that impression for say I am part of this, now we do this, it's wrong. You know, we take credit for somebody else's accomplishment. Commander Sidoya this morning, he say then make lawyers then get scholarship. Scholarship they come. Governments they put out notices. Scholarship don't come, una apply. This is through the efforts of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. They go out, they establish these good relationships with different countries, and I believe in Greece, then we get the scholarship from. And Tuma Jabi is going there, taking pictures and claiming responsibility.
Is she all about the pictures? Because we don't mention pictures twice.
Yeah.
So Tuma executive now just for take pictures and post out there creates a narrative.
Yeah, because if there's a difference, I will feel the impact. The next lawyer will feel the impact. But nothing is happening. In fact, the bar they go beyond. We not a function again as a bar. It go sit down, it go say, then get this secretariat project where they talk about. Come on. Previous executives as far back as 2018, they don't buy, we don't get land as an association, we don't fence the land. That land they don't get problem. Imagine lawyer we get land, who that they go take lawyer land? That land, no controversy, no day. Instead of it build on that day, embark on this campaign for say we have a secretariat, but that land is currently in dispute. Turning of the sword self not happening at the land. They will say they bring about NASIT scheme. Come on. The NASIT Act from 2001, boom, don't make provision for private NASIT scheme. So you're not going to go and take credit for other people, their initiative, whereas you they miss opportunities now in your own backyard. There are so many opportunities for let we bring the bar together. What's into Madon do? You sit here this morning and you say there were meetings called by the Attorney General, there were meetings called by the former acting Chief Justice. But what's in come out of the meetings? commander we sit on so, or the general secretary where they sign all kind notice now. Did they put out a note to the membership for say the Bar Association executive, we are fully seized of this matter, will they take steps for resolve? It's Sidoya this morning. They talk about invitations to sister organizations like SLAG. Ask her if they invite Lawyers Society. If there's so much about lawyers' welfare and bringing people, ask them. He go tell you, say, he go, as a big commander, he go say, this, no, I don't know. But just ask him. In fact, they're on there on media, they refer to Lawyers Society as a social club. How do you do that? So it's like they have no respect for members. So why you want take up a position for represent people where you no respect?
No, commander say you not pay your dues, then Martina not pay dues for 2025. And if you they as a member, you know they pay dues, you they deprive them for generate funds and do them projects.
So the membership of the Sierra Leone Bar Association, it's unique and it's beautiful. Because once you become a member of the bar, you are a member of the bar. Nothing they shake your membership unless there are provisions which can for do with suspension and termination. We get what we call with General Legal Counsel, where na in they regulate the conduct of lawyers. Where you misbehave as a lawyer, they carry you go before the GLC. The GLC they suspend you practicing licensing where they make you not able to practice as a lawyer. So even though we don't get situations where then they suspend lawyers, the membership na the GLC, we've never suspended members from the Bar Association. We've never expelled anyone from the Bar Association. Because the idea of the association is we want to bring lawyers together. The M&A say if a lawyer is in default, you find them. The M&A talk about you are a fully paid up member because you just subscribe every year. Now you make we get annual general meeting. Now that annual general meeting, I didn't they convene people. If you don't even bother to bring people together, and then you wait 2 years later, now that time they go through the bank statements, you begin look well whose points now, what are we able to talk about Ebu, what are we able to talk about Martina? The only thing you can sit here and say is they're not paying for 2025. No. That's not how it works at the Bar Association. The thing is, as a leader, I believe say you bring people together. Khadija, if una they get meeting in office here, well, sometimes I don't put out notice for meeting, say meeting there. If you not see Mabel, you go sit down say, well, I they wait for Mabel. Then Mabel can I ask today? Or you go take your phone, you call, I say, Mabel, where you say you day? I hope say you okay. Because your idea is to bring people together. But these people, they don't call meetings. They don't call people together. Instead, they call people names. Then they disparage them. They wait till people then show up for let them bring them down. But that's not leadership, especially well-meaning leadership. We're thinking of having a bar association that is strong. One bar, one voice, one commitment to the rule of law. Because the bar stands for a lot more than who are the president or who are the PRO. We have a role to play in society. Look how many issues don't happen in the last few days. They don't internally prosecute for the former president. Where is the bar? The president sit on a secretariat, they first for register people they under this new bogus e-registration system. Where is the PRO? Talk the way for them they talk from 2 years ago, and now the first relegation. But come on, the bar deserves better than that. Lawyers deserve better than that.
The incumbent PRO Sidoya and Sef, the Tuma, when are the president, then always on the say then get a legacy within the ride on for this particular campaign for the elections where una get forgets. Una where they contest against them we already they on seats. What's una the ride on? Whose message una gets? What's una the ride on? Because then get advantage of incumbency and also then legacies and where them believe say una membership go trust enough for votes them in back. Waiting on a get.
Well, even the thing they then they claim say they don't get them. Now smokes and mirrors. Now make we dey debunk them things them. If they say they have a secretariat, where is the secretariat? What's happening with the secretariat? We have to ask them questions and hold them accountable. They don't have to be defensive. What we have is a track record of service. What we have is the trust of the membership for say. These are people that we know them, we trust their character. I mean, I have run for positions within the the association. I have served as treasurer, I have served as assistant treasurer. They nominate for scatter election for vote me. I was voted in by my colleagues. Martina has had the opportunity to serve as treasurer, for instance. She was voted in by her colleagues. They nominate for create chaos in an election for them to be voted in.
The executive been get the election at Kenema, we cause the whole division at the bad elect today. Now Martina then be the part of the executive day.
Maybe when you look back at Kenema, and many pictures and many videos out there, all the videos and the pictures the way they see. And Martina you they see there. Now Martina share ballot paper. Now Martina be they tell people there for enter or not for enter. Now Martina be they see they jubilate after the elections. And he's self-talker. Say where people then can say, let us have a peaceful atmosphere and conduct these elections again. If you believe you born, you ain't afraid for go elections. If you believe, say, if that election was peaceful, it was fair, it was transparent, they would have voted for you again, you ain't afraid. But we see people who then they twist and turn the narrative as it pleased them. 2 years ago, it pleased them, it been served them for endorse the election and for stand by the results of the election. All of a sudden, oh no, Kenema was a disaster. It was terrible. But you don't sit down at the office 2 years where Kenema puts you in. In fact, more than 2 years because they extend their tenure under the guise of postponement. But we have to go and vote. We have to have a democratic election. You need the mandate of your members. They force yourself pampos, you know. Otherwise,
Is that what they are doing?
It appears so. Because if your membership is telling you that, let's have elections, free elections. In fact, the membership be ready for make that sacrifice for Gona Lungi. And then you cancel. And then you change the rules of the game. It's like you put administrative stumbling blocks for let people not participate.
But it's like, then they get away because I don't they see several letters coming from you, press statements coming from Martina, but it's like this current executive keep having their way. They're moving on. They're planning the AGM.
So, now make we get accountability. It's important that we are not quiet, that they are making moves and we are also making moves. We don't write letter to NIB, we don't write letter to law school, we even have a case in court that we don't take the matter to court because Commander Kinsidoya comfortably and say, well, Augustine Maria did not go to court, but they will not say that about us because we have already gone to court. The reality is if you get somebody who's so comfortable for abuse in powers, for go beyond the scope of empowers, that is not good leadership and a bad governance standing. But we'll continue to speak, we'll continue to uphold the law. The MNA say, Uda pay, then they participate. There is nothing, they have no legs to stand on concerning this so-called e-registration. Then just want to use it as an opportunity for bloat the voter register, for bringing people that were not eligible for votes, because by the time them see with numbers May 29, where they put up the cutoff date, by the time they saw those numbers, they went into panic mode. They had to suspend the elections. But possibly, you know go they continuously do them thing and we are lawyers. Kamala, you get your integrity for protect. You get a practice for return to. You're not going to be PRO forever. You get for serve your conscience. So maybe let me just take this opportunity for address me colleague them. For say, this is not about your personal ambition.
Everybody come. to the 10 for the campaign.
Thank
Now
you.
bringing Commander, you make so many allegations. Like all within Ebon don't talk. If you are like on executive not do nothing, on just continue for deep in the division where come out from Kenima.
So that self data you say Ebon is not right. Ebon, I dey expect say where you there, you actually foresee the correct things, not mislead people. I go say we not do anything, bro. For 2 years, bro, Ebon will not do nothing. Bro. Even we basic things that we can do. This is something we'll produce. And we Ebon therefore equally go. Ebon, you everything for be new. Like if you want many people record say you don't do something, and you for be the first person. Wait for don't do it. No, that's not how leadership day. That's not how people succeed in leadership roles. You can still come and maintain the same things, keep the association at the same level we've been there, and you still don't do something. So I don't mention all of these things that we don't do. Then social activities, the football gala, the training who gets on the new CPA, the relationship hold on, they continue for maintain with institutions like the Nigerian Bar Association, the Kenyan Law Society, the Ghanaian, we the part of the West African Bar Association. We don't go, we even then repose confidence in with treasurer and make and treasurer. Ebo, no not do nothing, bo.
It would make something very significant.
Yes.
Where I go say he allege on a president.
Okay.
Say she's too quick for create an impression. It's too quick for appear on a scene, take pictures, send them out there on the social media, like the Legal Practitioners Act where the AG go table in parliament. He say no even participate there. Then it says significant thing in the happen, like the discontinuation of the criminal charges against the former president. The Bar Association will say nothing.
Okay. So Ebon is so unfair to Tuma. So I don't even know where it's up. It look like maybe they get their own personal issues, but based on what he talk, you they really know it's unfair. Now, you they talk about the Legal Practitioners Act. Legal Practitioners Act. You say Attorney General go commend everybody, blah 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 blah, because Bar Association not do any. You actually need for put together a Legal Practitioners Act and the Sierra Leone Bar Association or the parts of it possible. You they make something on IMC. You they put something, a document on IMC where they regulate journalists them. Then you not call sludge for that meeting day. They're not the part of the committee. The council itself, the Council of Legal Education, where if you watch the committees, including the possibility they come up for the vice presidential position, na then camp when this lady Nikki Spencer Coker, now they all been there. She was representing the Bar Association. Tuma had been the part of that committee representing the Bar. And a number of other bar people. Then you say the Bar Association not play any role. Now just we go for go. Hey boy, you have been unfair to Tuma, bro. If even you get anything against Tuma, not so. Not so.
You think it's a personal issue, not based on principle and professionalism.
Based on what I don't explain to you
because
now.
Because what he don't point out, now things the way he believes say, una executive not do. Now things the way he believes say, una executive can get the opportunity after Kenima for una step aside. If una so popular, conduct an elections. Una executive be also get the opportunity, not for the call una colleagues their names, because he make mention of how una executive they call names to the lawyer society.
Okay. So when I say Ebon is being unfair, you hear Ebon say it's about the pictures. You self even drawing attention back. You say come back. You mean Tuma then are just about pictures? Then he say, AG go commend everybody, and that's not commend by association and this and that because they not do anything. No, it's not possible. You understand? Then it also try for mislead the public as to how you become a member of this Sierra Leone Bar Association. Waiting is say because you don't be lawyer, you be member. No, that's not what it says. You understand? It says 7. The legal profession desirous of becoming a member of the association shall make a written application to the General Secretary of the association, and if such application is approved by the executive, the applicant shall thereupon become members of the association and shall be so notified. You don't understand? So it don't say, you say it's not an automatic thing. Then they also say in one green in the beats, in the dance. He say we not get any role for play in the conduct of the elections. We not supposed to make any rules as to electioneering as far as the AGM concerned and the elections are concerned. That's what she has said here. But now, every complaint way Abun don't make, it's about the rules of the sets for elections. Every complaint. And Ebon no go tell me say you dey run a company and you don't make decisions. I don't know if Liberty TV Online is a company, but let's assume say a company.
It is.
You get directors of this company. Then directors, they are not they make decision at all as to the governance, the conduct. This is not simple. Now, company law 101. If you're able to say directors of the company, they are empowered by law. You understand? For make rules where they govern the conduct of that particular association. Now, if you say after we don't do everything, like inside the hall, we declare the thing vacant, and then new rules happen. So now, all these years, would they prepare ballot papers? Or that's not part of the rules for conduct of elections. It's not. So the ballot papers are being prepared by the person who they appoint that day. Say, come where you can't conduct the election. This inside the election hall. You no need for be economical with the truths just because you want for make we look very small. You say that you understand?
For 2025.
No, AXA, if you pay for 2025.
AXA. All the AGM, go for convey them, for pay then dues, they make them not pay.
So the people of Sierra Leone, this is the simple thing. This is a company. With company, you get membership dues on the pay. You get annual subscription on the pay. For example, Luna Sludge, because you they pay your membership dues because you want go AGM? No. You have to pay your membership dues. Now, make in fact, it's the year, the calendar year. You understand? As it on January, so this last one in February now pull notice. We pull notice out and say let people pay their subscription, their annual subscriptions. Ebun decides say in 2025, I'm not interested in the bar. I know they come up for position, so I'm not going to pay. So according to her, now only when you get an AGM, that's what she wants us to believe. So if that's the case, why make them define companies like NSF don't say NIB define the company. So now define where they find the company don't mean say all the members then dues them for pay. They're not for pay again. That's what she wants us to believe. When you're part of an organization, waiting they give you voice, waiting they give you rights. Now that you they put you more to you money they contribute to the process. But Ebon is saying
responsibilities them where you believe say that particular year we did not pay on have been supposed for call on a AGM on not call.
Make them not pay.
And if owner self not they do waiting the membership they expect say an executive for the do, you can't take your resources they put aside where you not believe in waiting and they do.
So if you not believe now, let's assume based on waiting you don't ask. This woman not believe say the executive not they do well, so because of that I know they pay for 2025. Now based on this reading, this now basic English show, based on this reading, only fully paid up members of the association are eligible to contest or vote in elections for the executive. If you not pay for a year your annual subscription, are you a fully paid up member?
But they can clear their backlog.
They have not cleared that. Thank you. Thank
clear
you.
the backlog.
So now, has she cleared her backlog? No. Has she paid arrears? No. We don't bring this to your attention. Now then there be the expects. You understand? Mabel, you're so smart. Now then there be the expects from the day I bring them up. I been feel say, then they run go now go pay them backlog, because backlog different from this subscription where they pay now. You understand? The moment you don't know, say now, me I owe the association. Hey bo, go pay bo. You want can lead we. You want really can lead we. And you don't want to contribute to the survival of the company. If the company not get money, you don't feel say you want killer, you want starve. That's what you want to do. The lifeline of the Sierra Leone Bar Association, now Ebon, Martina, and all that one day when they wait it's in so now under the team Martina be one do to this company. Then once he say the company collapse. Then once he say Tuma and in team not succeed at all.
But according to what he explained, the things that on the ride on now saying on our legacies,
yes,
not to like on our own initiative, then I think the way it believes say already be don't exist to not just they can fly them up now.
So
anything they among what you be explain as soon as success stories when I una initiate them and deliver inside this past 2 years.
So now I answer this question from two fronts. One, now that when you're not a leader, that is one of the problems where Sierra Leonean leadership don't they face in recent times, where people feel say, if na UNESCO maybe don't begin this bridge, because me na mother be worker and not the continue. Now new bridge I they go make. If na Moses concept, we don't start this. No. There is room for continuity. But now everything what I mention here, now new something we will do. Completely new. Now, when it comes to they try for trivialize we efforts for reach out to governments. For me, we colleagues then get scholarships. So even they recognize that efforts that people make move. Say, oh, we get membership of the bar, and we want made themselves benefits from scholarship where governments gets. So you not for recognize that as any success, because not so we pull with money. Who's how they pull money for pay for person for may go study. Now you get for reach out to people for me to ensure say then do that day. Then they talk about NASITs. They say, oh, NASITs the act being done creates room for a private pension scheme. Of course, that one is an open secret. But now it take we follow we come together, go meet NASIT and talk to NASIT, say we they collaborate with you now for make we get a private pension scheme for lawyers. Even though it didn't have the act, but lawyers not be don't take advantage of it. No executive not be don't take advantage of it. Too much and what if they do in daddy? That's when the dad was very old now. May his soul continue to rest in peace. It's a way in daddy being young as a practitioner, a private practice, he be able to do many things. It's about if in daddy not being get picking like him and his sister then today, at that stage where enable do nothing, if it don't become difficult for her. He said, and you get forget many lawyers going forward, we get for they in a position like this. He says, so now put together these instruments, go to NASIT, encourage them, say, and we talk to your membership. Follow we encourage we say, NASIT not to just for government's workman there, not to just for workman them where it gets a private employer where they pay every month. You self way in private practice. You can come and contribute to the scheme. And NASIT was so proud. And if you say, again, for example, the new CPA, the new CPA, other executive been there with the CPA commodity, if not a we. This is a new one. We don't get a new CPA. The judges don't get training. The magistrates then don't get training on the new CPA. Now, Madam Tuma and we all decide, say, all of these people don't get training in respect of this new CPA. Now, when are the lawyers, where they deal with, where they represent clients, them, where they interact with them judges and magistrates there, we not get training on it. So what do? Let's hold the training. And as God could have it, we're able to secure the services of Justice Brown Mark. Because now, one of the drafters of that particular act there, Justice Brown Macam, Justice Alusain Sise, are you still saying that's an old one? Not even assume say for follow it you company and don't do it bad. It's terribly bad. Not assume say bad. But now is this something new or old? This is completely new. It talk about the galawo gets. Even though this is not something where they happen with past executives for help promote a good relationship with other professional bodies. You understand? We see and say there is need for law get this again done. And you even get people where they tell you say, me a lawyer society person, but are they part of the football team? These are football players of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. So then come on board. You get, for example, we invite legal practitioners.
I don't invite them back for the AGM.
We don't invite every legal practitioner where he fully paid
individually.
Up. No, we don't invite every legal practitioner where fully paid up. This is a company.
Okay.
You understand? It's a company and a company meeting where they go get. So if you not get business with this company, why for invite you? You understand? And we don't equally say, in as much as we recognize the fact that lawyer society, they're vexed, they're disappointed, they're aggrieved, then this, then that, but what remains clear to we that they are still a body we're not recognized by law. You understand? So we can begin legitimize them. No. They as individuals, we recognize them as we colleagues, we they meet at the courtroom, and for example, Augustine Mara, this is not possible. Me and in apart from the bar association, we also get other relationship outside. So we still they coexist peacefully. He's a man where 10 and day if I get legal issues where I know say this the money me. Now one person I go reach out to Ben Kelfala and then kind of thing and change that day. Oh,
I know breaking it.
I don't feel a backlog.
Commander don't talk a lot about this paid up, not paid up, yeah? Because even though, because they're not directors, they're not conducting the elections, they're privy. I mean, say, then they look certain information where they can at the secretariat and then go play certain roles. Like I say, for prepare ballot paper, you know, say lawyer they will like permit team fearful. For prepare ballot paper just means say you cut paper there. When people they ready for go vote, you give them the paper there. Sometimes you go stamp that paper there for authenticity. Let us know go fake ballot paper, but we for make them fearful say preparation of ballot papers, yeah. Commander, because then G3, because they know we will win clean election, that is why they're bringing up all this. They count all them kind talking there. At first, if they go on radio, they say, or they go on WhatsApp channel, then they chat, fully paid up without arrears. And then Kulumsa, save me man. Without arrears, it's not that the M&O. Nothing, nothing that the M&A they speak about. Without arrears, clear backlog. The M&A say if a member they in default, you fine them. You don't find them.
So the question is, when I don't pay on a backlog,
look at fully
nothing not there. We make provision for payment of backlog. For example, if you use your phone, yeah, now you put top up the user not so. If you want to use the phone, you top up and you use a Orange or Africell and go tell you say, well, that's how you get the phone you get with SIM you know use them, so pay backlog. It doesn't work like that, because waiting a subscription, mind you, it is a company. We are not paying membership dues, we are paying subscription. And in a company, subscription, it makes you eligible to vote and be voted for. The M&A say you can fine, but there is no set fine, no other provision, no day we say na so and so. They don't make no rules to the effect. And mind you, whenever you convene an annual general meeting, people will come and pay, but they have not done so.
They talk about only fully paid up members of the association are eligible to contest or vote in elections for the executive.
Beautiful. Now, then the M&A say, the M&A not say fully paid up without arrears. That is the fallacy he's going around with.
No.
Wait, let me.
Fully paid up means say get arrears.
Khadija,
Please, Khadija.
you know, woman like me, yeah. We can go buy something in there, right? You say I want buy this clothes. You pay the price. They say now 1 million. You pay the 1 million. You get the clothes, right? You are fully paid up. You can go buy that same clothes. You go with half the money. You are partly paid up. Fully paid up is talking about you don't pay the full amount within sets for subscription. If that M&A be one say with arrears, without arrears, it can say that.
So are you
but
a
it does
fully
not.
paid up member?
I am a fully paid up. I get me receipt. I knock out because I loss. I snap I didn't have my phone. But me receipt is sound and safe, and I'm eligible for vote and be voted for. Khadija, Kamala says something, yeah. Leadership not something very easy. I've held several leadership positions, both within the bar, within the profession, even to my church where they attend. But you see, you can't be a leader and then you want for me people to hype you and always hail you and be happy with you. There is accountability in leadership. If I speak to Tuma in leadership, right? I don't say anything personal against Tuma. I don't say anything against Tuma in character. But yet still, Commander feel the need for can portray Tuma like this helpless victim where everybody want fed now because they want come about and but come on. You don't do that. You get for being mature when you're a leader, yeah? You need a boss guy no more because they charge you. He mentioned say the bar by default is part of this consultative process whenever they out new law. A compare even say if IMC then they make new law then they consult SLAJ, right? Now with SLAJ they do anything for its membership. Then go report not to so. Then go say SLAJ they engage in this exercise. Where SLAJ they attend meetings where government they call them. Then go report on the meeting. But we have not seen anything. We are lawyers. Whenever we do anything, we get what we can call position paper. Press releases. We'll go out there and say, this is what we are doing, this is what we have done, this is the position we have taken. We have not seen any of that. It's interesting, say, Ego mentioned, say, Nikki Spencer Coker was there yesterday. And it's pleased me that because of insubstantial contribution to the process, the AG acknowledged her by name. She was there and he gave shout outs. If you be one saying shout outs to any other person who contributed, he could have done that. But you cannot expect this man to fabricate things. Sometimes they invite them go to the meeting. Then go, we don't know. Okay, let's say they go to the meeting, then talk. Then give any substantial contribution to the process, because it's about value addition. It's not just about taking up and look and showing up and taking the pictures. You get to contribute something valuable to the process. This issue about Nasit and me and Commander saying I want to deceive people, they like say I want to tear them down. Come on, maybe. You want to say, in a whole 2 years, they ask Piao, what to una do? that diary gets for sure. Is that where we are as a profession? Now for late December come, all them banks, all them businesses, all man they pull diary, then they shape and sell souvenir. Not so. So for let you can say diary, that's what you can point to. And then and I know they just talk for talk's sake, by the way. If I say now government can with this scholarship, now government can with the scholarship. Me as somebody where don't benefit from opportunities that were available to the public, right? But if a third party they come in and say we facilitate this, waiting facilitates mean? Again, no, as lawyers, I'd be in big words like preparation of ballot slips.
And I was going to ask you about that facilitation because we all know say government's scholarships and can come.
Yes.
But if you not get somebody when they go be that face for go ask and make on a membership know, coordinate that, the scholarship then can just stay under or get Sababu personally reach out. Maybe in that role the Tuma Jabi executive play for facilitating and ensure say the membership knows say this scholarship don't come on or that's interested.
Thank you. So I get an example where I can point to, yeah. In the last 2 years, I don't serve as chairperson of lawyers. My tenure done last year September. During that time day, we know say lawyers then get this yearning for go develop themselves professionally. And so one of the things we did where now for facilitate, we had a briefing session. We call now before this scholarship program, Chevening. We call the gentleman when in the handle the scholarship. We circulate the notice out to a membership. We held an online session in which people that will apply for and get the scholarship, they answer questions, then tell people then how for apply, then tell people then waiting, like when they get tips for apply. Because when you facilitate, it's not just about minister, this scholarship don't come. This then lawyer, they go make them say an ABA association I will get this scholarship, yeah. It's about you bring, well, I cannot speak for Tuma Jabi. But what I can speak to is what did not happen. What it mean not see. What it then not do. Right?
Remember then the bar benefits from the scholarship.
We had lawyers with benefits. But how did they benefit? They benefit because they are Sierra Leoneans or they benefit through the efforts of the executive. If the executive they facilitate something, did they call a workshop for say now so for apply for the scholarship? Did they have a capacity session for say, okay, we una don't write una statement of purpose with the help una for review am? Do you need people to serve as referees for you? We need something tangible and substantial for sure. Otherwise, we'll just be relying on the words of Commander or Tuma Jabi. If them been gets like that kind of workshop session they would have taken pictures, they like snap. They would have taken pictures, then say session of Saliomba Association building capacity of lawyers to apply for government scholarship. But there's nothing like that. Now it's interesting that he make mention of this NASIT scheme and how the president came about the idea. I knew the late man very well, Dr. Bubwake Jabi, a fine gentleman, a good practitioner. You understand? So if Tuma was so moved by impersonal experience, and you think of this, it's laudable. Myself, my papa don't die, and I think of ways in which for upholding legacy. It's a natural response. But when you are a leader, when you hold a representative position, you don't do things for yourself. You do things for your members. So when he gets the idea, what did he do? Did she jump into action? Or did she all consultative meeting them with people and for say, lawyer de una camo? From your own personal experience, I dey see say Italic say welfare of lawyers are not being met. Waiting on una input, how we go do about this? because the decision-making process of this executive has been very flawed. They know they consult with members, they know they talk to their membership, we know they get opportunity for talk to them. They don't get that convening power for bring people in together. And without that,
social events, they can go meet.
They're not even good.
Well, Commander is far my junior, so maybe in order to experience the way I socialize at the bar. I am one person. I love the profession. I engage with my colleagues.
You ever attend anything with the executive organize?
Unfortunately, from the time when they go into office till then they come lead up to this show, I was not in town. It all come. You say I was in New York, not so. I was not in town. So I'll not be there in a position for attend. But even though I'm not there in a position for attend, I remember when I was here in September for what can do my own AGM, lawyers AGM, no controversy, no issue. Successful election, roles were contested and voted for. I invited the bar. They were invited. I extended an invitation to them. And I also extended an invitation to the Lawyers Society. They were present. Mariah was there in person. I believe we even give like a short talk. We invited Israel Tijanja, when they represent the African Bar Association. He gave a talk. We invited Abigail Sowu, when they lead the woman in arbitration, and she gave a talk. So when we get the opportunity for call them, I call them. I invited the Sierra Leone, but in fact, we did it in such a unique way. We invited law students for Khaled and can enjoy, the open session with me. So I believe in inclusivity. I believe in bringing people on board for let we all can participate. But we're still calling on them. Now, we are the members. We are your members. For drive we bo. For exclude we. Now, when we all can I the sweets.
What's in on us lawyers go remember Commander the executive for?
Sometimes you want to put the past behind you. You want to forget bad memories. But we go take them as lessons learned for say, when you are leading an organization, you have to remember firstly that the mandate comes from the people. You should not steal elections. You should not be proud for benefits from flawed processes. You for always be legitimized by the people you represent. Secondly, we will remember, we for listen to we members and we for ask we members, because now the membership make up the organization. We should be consultative, we for listen, and we for be transparent and accountable to them. It is one bar. It is not the bar made up of people who only favor you or favor your views. We will be able to listen and value the views even of your opposition. You even talk about the bromance between the two majority parties in parliament. We will able to come together for doing good for the association. We for be very connected to the needs of we members them. We not for do things and because we feel that they give fame. We not for just do things.
Are you concerned? Say this same executive we on the frown at, then get a big role for play for this whole elections we on the contest so?
Oh yes, we're very concerned, especially about this so-called e-registration system, because it's a very opaque process. Nobody know they see what's in the go on. Nobody know they verify what's in the go on. Unlike what we had before. Before, na two-way. You pay to the bank, then you get a receipt from the secretariat. That way, each record they corroborate one another. The secretariat get a receipt book, the bank get the bank statement. So if you named in at the bank statement, if they na the list, not so and if you name they na the list where the secretariat they produce, if they na the bank statement, that is open and it's verifiable. But other they verify the STI, they're sitting there in the secretariat, then they snap people them, then they collect them personal information, then they give so-called unique code. May not believe in duplication. We already have the National Civil Registration Authority, NCRA. We all the we get we need not to so. When them be they do that day, was it 3 weeks to the dates then do Nope. They engage in massive information campaign. They explain to you what's in this mean, what's in that they mean, and what's in all thing mean per the card, not so. Now we have a system now where we get no transparency. We get third party. We don't bring strange people in the secretariat. Then they get what they call registration process. That registration, the economic provision for them. They not get no.
To this process?
We are abiding by the law where the M&A provide for say fully paid up. We don't pay a bank, we don't get receipts. That is what we are going by. We're not to go by this so-called e-registration where we get serious questions about and they no answer.
Say that this process is used when they go into the election.
Well, number one, it exposes her and the entire team for say where you na leader. We don't ask you questions. You not answer them question. You they impose yourself. There's a form of leadership, and that is not democracy. And if you're going to say you go against democracy, then it shows yourself. The law make provision on how they deal with people there. We want to impose themselves on people there. We will go by the law. We have paid. We have our receipts, and we will go there and participate. If then stop we from participating, then who then they create Kenema Part 2? Now we honor them.
So that's your fear for say this particular system when they don't bring if they can go they might stop on from participating and not go agree.
This system is a recipe for a disaster. We already don't see what's in the happen. From Kenema, we see what's happened. We see how that affects the bar. This when they do so is going to lead to what is worse than that. Because mandate comes from the membership and you cannot prevent people from participating.
Quickly, before we come to Commander, just received a message from Tumajabi. He's saying in response to what you say, he said, please make it clear that I took part in the committee from start to finish and all was done under MLT as AG and not Alpha. Alpha met the finished work, and because government is continuity, that is why it is Alpha that led it. I was on the committee with Nikki Spencer Coker as Secretary of GLC at the time, Yada Williams, Derek Biokubet, Justice Brown Mark, Justice James Tina King, to name but few. That work was completed 3 years ago. We all worked extremely hard on it, and that's the reason why I was in Parliament yesterday. That's Tumajabi responding to some of the things that we say. Quickly, let's just come back to Alfred Commander, because they say just want to set the record straight on some of the things that we make mention of.
I think that is beautiful. Let me make accountability in our system. If I know hear something, I ask question or I take position, you don't provide clarity. Now we would have loved a situation in which when the bar association they do something that they report to the members. You don't wait till your member comes on here and ask questions and then you want send text message. You're not for be reactive. You for be responsive.
That was 3 years ago.
At the beginning, they still get concerned with this electronic process and the involvement of DSTI, and they say we are not for impose on ourselves on our members. In as much as they are not comfortable, then we'll go participate in the process, but then go use the channels where they get for take actions against people who they impose themselves on the bar.
Okay, so before I go to that, Tuma just say that was 3 years ago. we mean say my colleague in position where they try for tell we say the bar association not communicate, the bar association not communicate. This was not in power 3 years ago. Martina and the members that them in power 3 years ago. So if they fail to communicate to the public, then for can hold we responsible for that. However, after we don't go yesterday in a parliament, we don't, in fact, me for the very first time, surprisingly, it was yesterday I see the bill on WhatsApp. And other than make Ayebusia, there's a lady Joy we share on behalf of Lawyers Society. So immediately I see her, now send her to Madam Tuma. I say, where are we in all of this? This is not something where they deal with, that's how I explained to me, say 3 years ago, and we went to Parliament. And it also been talked about, we not take position it on the Anes by Chroma issue. So, of course, the middle asked me this question, 98.1. I don't make it clear that we position as a bar. Now that firstly, we respect the application of the law. And waiting governments do in this case, now the true application of the law. And now I was happy yesterday where at the parliament, where some of them things there, where maybe I'll begin with Abdul Kabu and the other person where be talking about parliament, that this whole thing not just concentrates around Anes by Chroma for me then discontinue the matter. But now it also they say, one, you get for treat ex-presidents them and ex-vice presidents them with the dignity we then deserve. So then get forget a private member bill in that direction. And most importantly, where we lack. Now the fact say, then also the push say, the people them, the family members, them people them will sacrifice their lives, we lost their lives, then family members will be catered for. Now in the interest of peace, in the cohesive nation, this is a necessary move. In fact, I expect if you don't come earlier than this. Of course, you will get people that will get concerned that others have been convicted. Why would I not allow the man to go through the court system? However, the powers where the Attorney General use is correct, is provided for by law. And we get to put a document together where we publish to the members of the public. And in respect of this LPA, again, we also get issues with them. So because of that, we begin engage immediately yesterday with the chairman, when Mr. Kane and even Nikki Spencer been there, that we need for go back and go look at certain things, because then self make and clear say, then see certain things that inside this bill, where they not feel say them being communicates that way. They, for example, one area the way they talk about 7 members, but at least 2 women. So then they say, why at least 2 women, especially with the growing number of women at the bar? You understand? So we they talk about Giwi Act. So now we they put some back to the membership, because Parliament still make and clear say the public can come and give them position papers in respect of waiting the one may change, waiting the one may happen, and things like that. So we are going back to the public, so we members, we engage with them in line with the GLC, and then we present a position paper to Parliament. Now, in respect of this this system, firstly, my problem with Ebon today, now the fact say, on the one hand she's here, on the other hand she's there. According to her, we not get any role for play in terms of these elections. But she has said we actually print out ballot papers. They agree with her and say they not get anything for do with elections. Now, Ebon at every given stage don't try for raise concerns. In as much as we appreciate members for raise concerns, for draw, thank you, for draw we attention, there is one word where Abdul Kagbo use, good faith, where you self use. You have to do it in good faith, not in bad faith. If this woman, my sister, they tell we say we, they register law school students there. with no evidence. Now, if you right through, even when they are just not, they don't talk about all kind concerns. If you're raising all of these concerns against the backdrop of Kenima, you understand? Even though admonish me about my integrity, that yes, you're not a lawyer, you get for care about you, I care about it. Now I make what begin here today, the beauty of democracy now that I dey put myself up for elections. We even don't extend an olive branch. We don't create opportunity for me to contest when they're not fully paid up. We say we contest. Why? Because we go to the polls. If I go and lose that elections, now me na the first person way to congratulate this woman. You understand? Now they are the candidate now. So these are the reasons why.
According to Ramona, Emani not make provision for that.
Hey bro, this Emani, you don't read that. You don't see her. They give we powers as members of the executive. And don't forget about the M&A now. Let's go to governance, running of the governance of the company. The directors get powers for make rules, for make regulations.
Involving a third party.
For
the electronic registration are being the third party where they host them.
Okay. There is no way.
Because you said
there is no way the e-registration
data then they now a third party.
No, in your personal data not data a third party. In your so in no register.
What do you want?
No,
registered member.
No, listen. In terms of this personal data, she did not register.
And
Passy be say don't change now.
And now waiting the register the girl now I get for you.
Let's go to this e-registration. Against the backdrop of all these doubts where my sister gets, we decide say, okay, let's introduce this e-registration system. Yes, let's just explain. No, let's just explain. Let's introduce this e-registration. With the e-registration, Mabel and Khadija, what's in the happen at that? Mabel long come, Khadija don't come. You go meet the treasurer. I mean, they say they not get receipts and all of that. You go to the treasurer. He issue you your receipts if you don't pay for this year. We issue you your receipts. You dey go meet the DSTI IT man then. You understand? Now, what's in they ask you for? Now, the same receipts where they don't give you, then they ask you for. Then they put her in the system. The other thing we they ask you for, this woman don't say, we they actually bring in people from law school. We mean say not to lawyer there. So now, which chambers you they practice? That you give you chamber where they practice. Which year then call you at the bar? For example, me, I go say 2017, Ingo say 2015. You understand? Then now they ask for you email. They ask for you phone number. Why then they ask for me then send to you an automatic email or SMS where they should say you've been registered.
Shift the membership.
What's a shifter? What do you mean, ma?
Because you said they ask certain questions, not to just like normal where you don't go pay, you should say I have subscribed and this is my receipt and you qualify for votes. Yeah, like for the example now, for the elections. Now you need to go through an electronic system. Women say something they wanna don't smell fish, you now for shifter them.
No. Now this woman in concerns we want address. It's a law students they would not register then. So now, even when you count with your receipts, you need for produce ID card.
But if some sets of like memberships that are comfortable with the system, why
that is some sense?
Like Ebunaya,
fine.
I read in letter with all in
So the fact that Ebu get concerned, the fact that Martina get concerned, what we do is reach out to them and address that concern. Make me able to understand and appreciate why we they use the system. You understand? We they try for allay them fears that this is not about taking advantage of anybody. Now, one of the things that we know, say, when it comes to free, fair, and credible elections, wait for happen like that, before even when they go to the polls, you know, for behave like Martina, when on that day you they go publish list. You understand? What do you do?
System be.
Okay, so I sent you.
When a membership gets access for waiting to happen at the system, how transparent is it?
So now, when you don't go do this registration, you don't receive your message. Means say you qualify for go vote. Now this these elections. Now, that's not mean say like in a way don't decide say they register the electronic system. Where you go that day for enter the hall, now they would register you or you not go inside.
Would that then get access to the back end of the whole system? Would that then get access to them?
The only person will get access to that information, as I know, a DSTI. And why we involve DSTI, you understand? One, Sierra Leone, they try for catch up with the digital age, the digital system, you understand? Now, if we are going to hire the services of private companies, we get for pay huge sums of money for do that. Now with DSTI, then gets the professionalism, then get the experts them, then get the instruments they needed, and then decide say we they do one for una for free. And all of this why we want do one now for transparency and accountability.
Well, I get one question, but that you say that the DSTI no more get access to the back end information of the system. How could the DSTI be working for una executive, then una not get access to the back end information? Is it possible?
So, as far as I know, sitting here now, the only information I get from that, where DSTI not give it, the only information we get now the number of people we don't register first. When are 502. However, based on waiting, we want the outcome for be the motive of this. Now that after we done all of this, then they make it available to we, and then we publish the list of registered members of the association before the elections.
System, a name no go then at the list as eligible voter for votes at the elections.
So a name no go then at this list.
Oh, that never publish.
Yes. However,
if a name no they vote.
No. However, Madam Ebon, we want me vote. We want me also get rights for contest against Milago beats and hands down. So we reach na Bintu money that day. Where they ask them, able to produce in registration, then they get another opportunity right there. Say, Madam, you don't come, they not capture you.
So what
you
if
therefore
say they register the back?
They not qualify.
All right.
But wait. Before you go to that day, let's get this clear. Wait till we get for known that if you want can run an association, then you say they follow the rules where the directors then they set. How you go once where you don't turn director, other people for listening to your rules the way they set. If you're not satisfied, if you feel say you're not satisfied with the rules the way we don't set, you feel say we've acted ultra virus. Thank God they say they cut. File papers now. Go to court for men and put a stop to the elections itself. No wait until 2 days to the election, you go for that. Go now, get this address. Time make, for example, the Nigerian legal system, the jurisprudence in Nigeria, they grow. People know they just make aspersions like that. If you make allegations of this nature, that we not get rights for make rules as directors of the company, for govern we affairs, go to court, go file papers. This is not company affairs.
But this system with the STI bill now for the SLBA. Now I get for own this system. And everywhere in the world, especially with camp and data and other things, and there's a third party, even in passports them, not to immigration departments directly they do them. They get third party when they produce the passport there. So if SLBA executive don't go consult the STI for help on a get a registration database for all eligible voters, and according to meeting Alfred don't explain if you like a straightforward process, why would I insist say una not register with this process?
So the e-registration system, it's not about whether me go register or Martina go register. It's about all the other people where then go register on this e-registration system. Now, why won't I have questions? Maybe I'll save to ask Naya, how will they verify the data inside a list? We had a system of verifying before this e-registration they come up. The system is this: you pay in a bank, you count, you sleep, then you the receipts from the secretariat. That way when they generate a list based on the information from the Bar Association Secretariat, if you not say your name na the list, you dey able count your bank slip for say, I paid, not so. Or, if person in name they na that list we not supposed for the bank statements they corroborate, because when you pay in a bank, it's the bank automatically generates that data day, right? The day where you pay. The bank statement is enough to do that. We don't need DSTI for can verify we. Payment is already verified. Then set a deadline of 29th May, right? All we need is bank statement up to 29th May. Everybody who has paid, or you count your bank slip, or you get the slip, or the receipts from the secretariat. Why bring this system 3 weeks to election? And I get every reason for ask questions. The data is not available to members. It's not open source. It's not verifiable. It's all in the hands of DSTI. Who is DSTI? Now you go say DSTI, a credible institution, we don't they help government and whatnot. DSTI is not to even stand alone institution, like where you go say na department or agency. It's still under the office of the president, not so. And it's being headed by who? Who then at the head of DSTI? Not so the chief minister. Why won't I ask questions? A month ago, we had videos circulating all over the media about how that is in their personal capacity before commander can say just I don't victimize Tuma. Who did we see frolicking in England or where in the world?
Frolicking to a colleague.
Ebo, na English I use. We see people there. Then they pass, then they in cahoots, then they fine. Only during that e-registration no be there. We see no more postpone election. All of a sudden at the SCI they can conduct election. I will ask questions.
But you already make mention, say at the end of the day they go for publish a list for sure everybody we don't go through the electronic system.
So when they
not
publish
to
the list,
not go there for proof.
How do we verify that list? I have to be able to hold that list, They are say, okay, commander. Now this day he pay. Now he name this. Ex-person now this day he pay. Now he name this. But if we have a data that's being generated by God knows who, how do we verify that?
But for elections, there's always an issue of trust, especially when somebody they contest position and they can. There's no way possible any executive satisfy 100% of a membership. But how una go through this process? If any small thing the executive do, una they get jitty about it, there is no trust at all in all waiting they do.
No, we haven't questioned everything that they have done. No.
From the beginning to now, you don't like put question mark. Even the success stories, you put question mark on them.
We've been prepared. No, not two different issues. There's success stories that in accountability, then are questions of governance. Now the questions that I've raised is not just limited to elections. No, no, reduce. No, not just
unique codes by what Alfred say.
I understand.
So each member they get a unique code.
But let me just go back to the accountability questions. Yeah, it's not just about elections. AGM is not just about elections. We don't even ask questions about the audited accounts because we haven't seen those in 2 years. They not pick on that for say, oh, why you they ask for audited accounts? When are the audited accounts? Then go pay the fine, and I sure say then they work on them. The law said they're supposed to circulate them 21 days to elections. They have not circulated it, but they not say, oh, why you they pick up on this? Because they know they're in the wrong. Why are they jittery about the other issues? Then pull notice about ID cards. I have not said anything about ID cards. Think I write for pull ID card. Then pull notice about Lunge. I not talk nothing about Lunge. Then pull notice about Bintumani. I not say nothing about Bintumani. But where I pick up on something when a sensitive issue for them, they become jittery. We will ask questions. We believe that we do.
So why worry?
If we not believe so, if we not believe so, we get the mandate of the people. We not go come out for say we want to represent
so why
them.
are they worry?
We are concerned because you know they grab and make law so. We get what they call bad precedents.
These are rules. Just rules they go govern say now this one they go buy when they go for the AGM.
Agree. There's a way in which we make rules. For example, as strenuous as it could be, when we want promulgate law, you go the consultation, you draft, you get for go through many stages in parliament. So
Don't go way beyond
the same way now we suppose for pass laws through with AGM, but you cannot, you need sleep and wake, you make laws just like that, and that is what they're trying to do. So now that bad precedents we want to stop them from doing. So let's do the things that we're used to doing the way we're supported by the M&A, and don't not bring last minute just because we G3.
Say Una will come up into money with a one bar with all of the underlying issues there.
The bar has been divided for quite some time, and Kenneman have been just like I go say the icing on the cake. So the road for uniting the bar, it's a long one, but it's a worthy fight. But going to Bintumani, allowing or not disenfranchising people, making sure every member who is fully paid up, then they participate in the process. It's the step, now the right step. It's a good step in the right direction for law begin unites the bar, treating colleagues with respect. Not so for you can say, oh, this person need a vote unless he's subjecting himself to something that has no basis in law.
Thank you very much, Ebon and Alfred. Hopefully 1 to 2 weeks time, Una go
one person go up the PRO.
Una go get a new executive. Well, that's not the two people already run for the position of PRO. Of course, Alfred are the incumbent, and Ebon they aspire for be the new PRO of the Bar Association. We'll be there this morning. They look at the preparation, the issues them surrounding the AGM and elections. We go up on week after next, right? I've been to Mani Conference Center. But we'll try forget the two candidates them when we see. Let NSF can lay out them plans them ahead of the elections. We'll try forget Martina and Tumaja B if they're available in any platform for can discuss them plans them and then message them with them, especially in uniting the bar. Now the end this edition of the Breakfast Show. Many thanks to the entire team we support we for being this edition come to you. Mina Khadija Bangore say have a blessed weekend.
All right, till we meet again, Mabel Kabade, so get a lovely weekend and goodbye.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.